Greetings and salutations, Mega Wizard 79 here with another episode of Dark Souls. So, in our last episode, you got a first-hand, viewing of, horrible gameplay, and I apologize for that. Going forward, I hope to, shake the rust off and, get back into the swing of things. Until then, though, please bear with me. Anyway, so we are right now in the watchtower, as it is known as. At least that's what the key calls it when we get it from the Moonlight Butterfly. But yeah, we are currently in the watchtower, and now we will be descending down into the bottom because we got the master key and we were able to circumvent this. Because you see, normally you wouldn't be able to get down here without the proper key, but the master key lets you cheat a little. So essentially we're gonna get into, to be honest, I could have used that key to completely and totally avoid the Minotaur Demon, but he's such an easy fight that, it doesn't really matter if you choose to fight him or not. Okay, so there's Havel. And here he comes. Okay. I like fighting him up here because there's more, arguably more. There we go. Whoops. Darn it. Okay, so, things you need to know about fighting Havel. 1, he's an absolute bastard. 2, he can pretty much one-shot you, up to level 50. Come on. Ah, I didn't time the parry right. Damn it. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, that can always happen. Alright. Alright. This time I'm gonna go the other way. I think that's faster. Because last time I went through Undead Burg, but it was kind of annoying. Just because I had to fight through all of those hollows. So we're gonna see if it's faster going this way. So yeah. So the plan today is to pretty much kill Havel and then probably maybe descend into Darkroot? I'm not sure yet, because I could kill the Moonlight Butterfly. That's an easy fight in its own right. Alright, this guy. Ow! Okay, so things you need. Okay, so well, there went all that humanity and souls, but it's fine. There was only one humanity and just 3,000 souls. No big deal. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna fight that guy the conventional way, because fighting that guy the quote-unquote honorable way is just a bunch of hogwash, if you ask me. So I'm just gonna use these black fire bombs and destroy him, because his armor is vulnerable to fire. Surprise, surprise, right? Actually, wait, no. I think he's wearing the No, he's... No, he's wearing the steel set. The steel set is vulnerable to fire. If he was wearing the black iron set, then that would be a little different. But he's not wearing black iron. He's wearing, the steel set. And if I recall, the steel set isn't really all that good. It looks cool. But as far as, actual defense values go, all it has is just high defense. Not really good elemental defenses. It's not really good against lightning. It's just tolerable with fire. Magic is a joke. Alright. That shield, however, that he uses... Alright. Now, the thing about... There we go. Yeah, see? Ow! Ooh, you bastard! There we go. Yeah, 82 a pop. And he's really slow, so... The issue is fighting him in here is just annoying. Because of all the columns and... Oh, no, you don't! I forgot he can Estus. His pathing isn't the greatest either. Will you cut that out? Yeah, see, his shield, on the other hand, is amazing against fire. Die. Take my 0 souls back. Thank you. It's a shame I had to waste all those fire bombs, but eh. Wow, I actually used 8 against that guy? Huh. Didn't feel like 8. Okay, Firekeeper soul. We'll get to that later. Alright. So, that bastard. We'll see him later, too. Alright, this room. And he's gonna Estus. It's annoying because they have just enough health to not die. Also, look at that. That was hard tracking if I ever saw it. You know, it's funny, in Undeadburg, I wish I was recording at the time, but there was like some blatant tracking with that one hollow who has the crossbow. Yeah, he tracked me hard. Like, he tracked me so hard, his weapon shot from the side when I was on his, you know, instead of shooting from the front. Anyway, now the reason I'm coming here right now is just to get the bonfire. It doesn't make it any closer or any farther. Yeah, it's just a nice bonfire to have. I'm not gonna rest at it though. Okay, now then. I gotta go all the way back to get to Havel. Ooh boy. Now, fortunately, what do you call it? Like, I don't have, like, I can actually just bum rush through here because that boar is gone. Yes. Now, once you're on this side, this guy's cake. Because for one, he's facing behind you, which is great. Just make sure you're as quiet as possible. When you have the Slumbering Crest Dragon Ring, oh man, it is almost unfair doing this. Boom. Bye-bye. Ooh, did you give me the... Nah. Ah, well. Yeah, he'll give you, he can give you Titanite shards. Eh. I always kill this guy just because I can. It's no other reason. Oh boy, it's so nice getting back into the swing of things. Alright. Now, that one night is usually gonna see you 100%. Nope. As long as you don't go in... There. Ah! I always forget that thing's there. Anyway, but yeah. But once that boar is gone, this area is actually cake to just run through. Except when that happens. Anyway. Let's just rest. Alright. There we go. Nice and safe now. Alright, so. Fortunately, that dragon's gone. For the time being, anyway. Okay. Jerk. Oh, you... Ow! Man. These guys are jerks. Every last one of them. Alright, come on. Come on. When are you gonna learn? I love doing that. Alright. Okay. Now, I'm gonna have to fight these guys though, because they're gonna chase me. Alright, one of these is a shield guy. Oh no! He's gonna roast me. Nope. Not from that distance. Whew, that was close. Okay. That's the main reason why you don't want to screw around there. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so this takes us straight back to the tower. And since I made that spot my spawning point now, will be, any subsequent deaths, which I'm hoping won't happen, because, to be honest, like, you know, Havel's really not that hard. I was just being sloppy is all. Let me think. What's alright, I came up to get here. Alright, so we just go all the way down. Now there is one schmuck right here, and he'll see you all the time. Gosh, look at that tracking. Anyone who says that's not tracking doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. Seriously. He was following me hard. Anyway. Now, fortunately, Havel himself is worth a fair amount of souls, so losing that 3k isn't too bad. And honestly, it's hardly even a level now, if I recall. Alright. There he is. Here he comes. Alright, now, as I was saying, so there are 3 ways to deal with Havel. You can go with the baby. There. You can go with the 1,000 baby bee stings approach, which takes a, 10,000 years. And that's why you never dodge on impulse, because he has a wind-up to his attack. So, as a result, he'll always, he'll always get you at the last second, because... Yep, and there goes the dragon, because he doesn't like you being under his bridge. Alright, so, which gives me time to basically... You know what? This is really dumb. I hate those phantom arrows. The ones that like shoot at the last second, but they locked on you, so even when you rest, they still hit you. It's kind of BS. Anyway, sneaking up on these guys is not easy usually. Yeah, as you can see. Oh, screw this. Oh yeah, they're both spear guys. Thankfully the dragon doesn't come back right away. So you're usually good there. Alright. But man though, I hate these corpse runs. For one, they're embarrassing as all hell because they are now immortalized on camera. And two, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just embarrassing as all hell, because, to be honest, there's no shame in dying to Havel. Because, I mean, it's Havel the frickin' Rock, and this is his pure, undiluted, easy version, too. Like his other versions, those suck. The one in Dark Souls 2 in particular is absolute BS. And then the one in Dark Souls 3 isn't that much better either. Like, I think he's actually perfectly tuned here. You know, he's supposed to be like a mid-level boss, a mid-level enemy that's actually pretty powerful. You know, he's the type that you're really supposed to sink your teeth into. You know, like I mean, realistically, you should have fought at least 2 or 3 bosses before you fight this guy. All right, here it comes again. There. So you see, that's what you want to do. And if you're really good... Oh no! Yeah, don't get greedy. There we go. But yeah, this is the conventional way of dealing with him. It's really not that hard. You just time it right. Unfortunately, because of the generousness of the targeting shield, you can be a little early or a little late. But yeah, he's really not that hard. Now, if I had the Claymore, I'd be doing a little more damage. Yeah, see? Once you get into the swing of motions, it's super easy. There we go. Easy. Just wait for him, and boom. Bam! There we go. It doesn't matter what attack he tries to use. It really is this easy. And goodbye, Havel. Better luck next time. And for your troubles, you get 3,000 souls. And you get the real prize. Havel's Ring. One of the best rings in the entire game, and worth a ring slot, easily. Now, what this does, as you can see, it increased my maximum equip load. So, before, I was medium rolling with the target shield equipped. Not no more. Okay, then. Now then, this is the door that he was guarding. You can use the master key to open it. Surprise, surprise. Welcome to the Dark Root Basin. An area that I was pretty much a hop, jump, and a skip away if I went through the blacksmith's tower. But I didn't want to. Okay, now. The golems. They're not the problem. The issue is... I know you can't really see it, but there is a Hydra over there. I mean, you can kind of make out that there's some movement over there. Maybe. But yeah, there is a... I think it's like an... I think he's like a 9... I think he has like 9 heads or something like that. But yeah, there is a bastard of a Hydra over there that is an absolute horrible, horrible encounter. He's just terrible. Yeah. Ah, there he is. Yeah. See? You can kind of make out a little bit of him right over there between those trees on the top. Yeah, that guy is an absolute bastard. The annoying part is you have to fight him twice, and the real annoying part is you have to beat him if you want to get to the DLC. So, we will deal with him later, just not right now. Alright. Now... let's see. I'm going to equip this real quick. Now, fortunately, because I have 2 hands, I can, because I can two-hand this, since I'm two-handing this thing, I can actually use it. And it's because of this! It's so much easier to hit this thing when you have this amazing moveset. There we go. See how easy that was, as opposed to the, S-Stock, which couldn't hit it to save its life? Actually, I don't really need that. Not in this area anyway. Alright, I'm just putting the S stock back on just because I can one-hand it. Granted, of course, because I can two-hand the Claymore, I should just use it, but eh. I'd rather wait till I have the necessary strength to wield it one-handed. Just because. It's a little quirk of mine, I guess you can say. Let's see. Alright, here we are. Okay, so, that direction, that leads to a boss over there, but we're not going to be going that way. Watch out for the trees. Trees are jerks. They have a grab attack that's just awful. It can just completely ruin a good run. And that's the tell. When they do that, get away from them. Get away from them as quick as you can, as fast as you can. But this is why you want to kill them. For that. The purple moss. The purple moss makes you, it heals you from, poison. Just normal poison, though, not toxic. For toxin, you need a purple blooming moss. Which looks the same as the purple moss, but the difference is that it has like little white flowers on the top. Okay, this guy. We're not gonna deal with this guy right now. We'll deal with him later. Not that he's a hard fight or anything. I just don't want to fight him right now because he takes forever to kill. And frankly, it's just easier to go around. Hey, Andre. See you in a sec. First things first. I'm gonna make this my spawn point. Okay. Now this is also a good bonfire to kindle, because as you can see, Sen's fortress is right over here, which we're going to be visiting right now. For the simple reason of meeting the second most legendary character in all of Dark Souls. We're gonna be beating the third also in a little while. He's actually at the top of that church over there. And there's arguably a fourth legendary character who's also at the top of that church, but you have to beat the boss first before that guy can spawn. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Onion Knight.
Oh, forgive me. I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegmeyer of Katarina. Quite honestly, I've run flat up against a wall, or a gate, I should say. The thing just won't budge, no matter how long I wait. And oh, have I waited. So here I sit, in quite a pickle, weighing my options, so to speak. Still closed. Still closed.
And that's the extent of his dialogue. Now, you don't necessarily have to talk to him here to to basically continue his quest, but there is one place you do have to talk to him, if you do want to forward his quest line, but that won't be for a while. Like, people sometimes go the entire game without ever realizing that you can meet him right then and there. That's technically the first canonical meeting of him. Alright. Interesting lighting. Like, when you look at it from this angle, everything has like a blue hue to it, but then when you look upward, it kinda goes away. Oh well. Anyway. Andre Restore, everyone.
Well, you must be a new arrival. I'm Andre of Astoria. If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Okay. Now, Andre here is sort of your official, unofficial tutorial to blacksmithing. Because when you talk to him, he mostly just gives you tons and tons of, like, information. Basically, if you also come back to him every so often, he'll also give you little tidbits about the world. Like, for example, he'll direct you in this direction to head to the Moonlight Butterfly so that you can get the Divine Flame so that you can craft divine weapons to deal with the catacombs. He basically gives you he basically he gives you a slight nudge in the right direction, which is much more digestible than, like, say, like Navi or what have you is always going like, listen, kind of thing. Anyway, so yeah, so you can come here and repair your items. Now, you don't really have to worry about repairing stuff for the most part. Like, just because durability here is kind of a joke. Let's see, you can also reinforce. Oh yeah, I managed to get the broken straight sword. 2 of them! Off camera. So yeah, I'll start upgrading those off camera. Sorry, yeah, I'll start upgrading those as soon as I have the appropriate materials. So he sells Titanite shards for 800 a pop, which isn't too bad actually. It's actually pretty good. You don't have to farm for this anyway. He also sells the Crest of Artorias, which costs 20 grand, but it is very useful if you want to circumvent the Hydra. Otherwise, you have to fight the Hydra to get the Sith. He sells the weaponsmith box, the armor box, and the repair box, which basically allows you to do all of this, you know, to repair your equipment, reinforce your armor, reinforce your weapon. The only thing you can't do is modify your weapons, and by modify, I mean, like, ascending it. You know, making it, you know, like a divine weapon, or making it a +5, or what have you. You know, basic reinforcement, you know, going from, like, you know, basically, going from, like, 1 to 5, you can do that. But to make the jump from 5 to 6, you have to do him. After that, then you can, just go back to your weapon, you know, using the boxes and stuff like that. They're good items to have, you know, if you want them. I'm not going to buy them right now because I don't really need them at the moment, but I will buy them later on because they are useful when you leave Lordran. When you go into Anar Londo and the other areas, it's useful to actually have this because the game becomes so wide and so expansive that even when warping, it's kind of annoying to just have to come all the way back and then backtrack because you can't warp to every single bonfire. You can only warp to specific bonfires. So, yeah, so, you know, even with warping, it's nice to have these, because, you know, you're paying for convenience. Alright, I would recommend buying the Bastard Sword if you don't have, like, the Claymore or, you know, any other weapon. The Longsword is good, if it hasn't dropped for you already. That's a nice weapon to invest in. Broadsword's okay, but the Bastard Sword is really nice. It has, like, the same moveset as the Claymore, and I think it's actually lighter than the Claymore. Like, let me see.
Don't get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Yeah, this is like probably the only guy in the entire game who just basically is like, looks out for nothing but your best interests. Let's see. Claymore. No, it weighs exactly as much as the Claymore. But, yeah.
Well, hello again. You seem to be doing all right. Need anything forged? Most weapons and armor are mighty sturdy indeed, but every hunk of metal has its breaking point. If you notice durability running low, it's time to repair. You can ask a blacksmith like myself, or do it on your own with a grindstone. The nice thing about weapons, they never betray you, so pay them a little respect, eh? There are 2 types of weapon forging. There's reinforcement and there's ascension. Reinforcement is simple. It strengthens the weapon and nothing more. A simple task for any blacksmith. Hell, you could even do it yourself with a smith box. But ascension's a finer art. It alters a weapon's properties. Ascension is the territory of we blacksmiths. A smith box just won't do the trick. Start out with reinforcement. When that loses its charm, you can consider ascension. As you've noticed, this land is flush with the mad and wicked. You won't make it through the night without employing my services. You can forge armor just like you do weapons. Forging armor is even easier than forging weapons. Whether you forge weapons or armor first, well, that's up to you. But nobody wants to see you go hollow. So whatever you do, you'd better do it well. You can forging armor, whether, but no, so what? I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there.
Alright. Just a little fun fact you should know. Technically Andre's wrong. In real life, forging a weapon is worlds easier for a blacksmith than forging armor. Because armor has, it's kind of annoying because, you know, it has to be usually custom. You know, like, custom in the sense that, you know, it has to at least... It has to fit the person. If it doesn't fit the person, it's completely useless. And then there's, like, you know, a whole bunch of other little tricks of the trade and whatnot that, you know, blacksmiths have to go through and all that. It's like, it's a hassle. It is a real hassle. Like, most smiths are like, you know, give me a sword any day than having to forge a chest piece. But yeah. Alright. Let's go deal with that. Alright, so that'll probably be the last thing I do. Yeah. I wish I could have done more, but, well, Havel kind of ruined that. Through no fault of his own, of course. It was all my fault because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, well. Anyway. But now that that, big hunk of iron is out of the way, we can just run through here without a care in the world. Because those guys will never reach you. Yeah, see? They were barely past the door. Anyway. So, yeah. So, Firekeeper Souls. Those are the things you use to upgrade your Estus Flask, or you can eat them to get a buttload of souls and humanity. Like, a lot. I would recommend not doing that, at least until after you've strengthened your Estus Flask to its maximum level, which takes 2 playthroughs. Because, you see, the trick is that the only way to upgrade your Estus Flask is to go to a Firekeeper. And, you know, there's only 3 total in the game, and, you know, like, unless you... what is it? Because, like, the way it works is that you get 4... Like, you get, like, 4 Firekeeper souls, if I recall, in the world. You know. Then you can get a 5th one by, you know, essentially, you know, killing a Firekeeper. And then, you know, if you want to upgrade it even further, you can basically kill another Firekeeper, but then that's as far as you go. You can't +7 it, and +7 is as high, is the max, but the trick is that you can't. No matter, you know, because you need a Firekeeper. If you kill all of them to get all the Firekeeper souls, well, then you're out a Firekeeper. it's catch-22, if you will. Anyway, but yeah, but this is the girl I was telling you about, that she can't talk. Yep. Because she's 100% mute because they cut her tongue out. So, yeah. You can just reinforce your Estus Flask, and boom! There you go. +1. Now, you don't really need to do this to, you know, progress through the game or anything. I mean, like, there are some people that actually go through this game without upgrading their Estus at all. But the issue is that, at some point, your health will be so much... You know, obviously, you'll be putting more into your, vitality and stuff like that. So, once you, you know, your health will eventually reach a threshold where your Estus just won't cut it anymore. It'll take like 3 or 4 to fully fill that. But if you upgrade your Estus, well, then it'll keep up with the amount of health you're getting. Anyway, but yeah, but that's pretty much it. It's nothing else that I wanted to go over for the most part. Anyway, let's put that away. There we go. Alright. So, yeah. Let's see. So, yeah, so in the next episode, we'll probably go down into the Dark Route, kill the Moonlight Butterfly, because that's just an easy boss. And then from there, we'll go into Blight Town. Well, actually, no. No. Sorry. We'll go and get Lautrec, who's in the church tower. He's the fourth guy that I told you about. Third guy. We'll go deal with him first. Then after that, Moonlight Butterfly, and then we'll head down into Blight Town and deal with the Bell of Awakening down there. But until that time, though, this is Mega Wizard 79 bidding you all adieu.